and welcome. You're watching NewsX with me, Devika Chopra. Our top focus right now is what's happening in West Bengal, Sandeshkhali. The protests have now snowballed into a political storm. National Commission for Women's Chairperson Rekha Sharma has demanded resignation of West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee over what has now become a major protest in Sandeshkhali. The protest is over serious allegations of sexual assault and harassment against a local TMC leader, Shahjahan Sheikh, who was earlier in January raided by the Enforcement Directorate on charges of a Russian scam. However, he has been fleeing from Sandeshkhali ever since, and in his absence, scores of women have now come out in the district to claim sexual assault not only by the TMC leader but also by his aides. The women have claimed that they were kept in the local TMC office by the leaders night after night until they were satisfied. The BJP has now said that the Chief Minister must visit the affected areas and understand the pain of the victims. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has issued a notice to concerned respondents and has stayed Lok Sabha Privileges Committee proceedings against West Bengal senior officials, which was launched by the Privileges Committee of the Parliament of the Lok Sabha, which had issued a notice to West Bengal Chief Secretary, the DGP and others, asking them to appear before it today. The notice has come on the complaint filed by BJP Member of Parliament Sukanta Majumdar for alleged misconduct, brutality and causing life-threatening injuries by police officials. Remember, Sandeshkhali and West Bengal has become a political battleground of protest after protest, especially by members of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Like I said, these protests erupted after women sought justice against alleged atrocities committed by the now absconding TMC leader Shahjahan Sheikh and his aides. It has snowballed into a major political matter, but what really is the way forward? I take this conversation ahead with Savio Rodriguez of the BJP, Manav Jaiswal of the TMC, Advocate KV Dhananjay also with us, and SK Datta, political analyst, with us on the broadcast as well. Let me begin this conversation with Manav Jaiswal. Manav Jaiswal, it's your government in power in West Bengal, sir. Where exactly then are the leaders? What exactly is the case or the proceedings that have been started against the TMC leader, who is now accused also of sexual assault beyond the Enforcement Directorate charges?
First of all, namaskar to the nation. And as you could see, Devika, what's happening in Bengal and what BJP is trying to do with it. BJP's goons, they went in where you could see there was an Aadhaar card camp that we have been, has been installed in every part of the city. They have went in and they have rampaged it because somehow central government feels the Aadhaar card is no more an Aadhaar to render benefits to the Labharti, so-called Labharti for the BJP. Technically for Mr. Modi and Amit Shah, the only Labharti in the nation is Mr. Adani. So he should do the parikrama and take it to the nation that yes, Mr. Labharti is our Mr. Adani, and that is all. Fine, you could see what Supreme Court had made an observation that Sandeshkhali is definitely not anything close to Manipur. Somehow, I'm baffled and I'm shocked. And on top of it, I'm also pleased. It's such an oxymoron for myself to understand that today BJP is somehow so sensitive about Manipur. They're actually talking about Manipur. They are trying to...
But Manav Jaiswal, I asked you a very different question. Why are we talking about Manipur suddenly?
Because you did speak about the Supreme Court observation, didn't you? Did you say what the court wanted to talk about it? Did
no,
you see
sir,
that
I asked you that, Mr. Manav Jaiswal, I asked you if there are any proceedings that have been initiated by the state government, which happens to be your government, against a person who has now been charged. Is there anything that the TMC is doing?
Devika, you know it very well that has been 18 arrests which has been made so far, including the time when the people have gone ahead and had, the miscreants who had mishandled ED team. If ED would have been so good enough and so sensitive, they would have actually gone and taken help from the local policing before visiting the site of Sheikh Shahjahan. There is a very normal modus operandi
But
for
the
the
ED
ED
officials
to
were
go and
also,
barge into the house,
the ED
break the
officials
law,
were also hit.
plant something. And this is how the BJP works on. See, BJP, ED today is not an ED. It is the only team which is with BJP is carrying into the entire nation. Unfortunately, it does not go to Suvendu Adhikari's house, who blatantly on the media channel, onto the every platform says, I know where Sheikh Shahjahan is. So, bhaiya, ED ko bolo, go and visit Mr. Suvendu Adhikari. I could say, see, Mr. Rodrigues, Mr. Datta, and many more people would come and join you. Can they go and ask ED, why are you not going to Suvendu Adhikari? He has all the addresses. He's the person who actually predicts. He's the biggest astrologer in the nation. He's bigger than Vishwaguru also. On 5th of he predicted the 5th of January mein kuch na kuch hoga, wait. He predicts everything beforehand. Where is this prediction coming from?
Okay,
They
so
cannot
Manav
predict
Jaiswal,
when
are
the
you
money
saying
from
that
the
the
BJP will
charges,
come to the
are you saying that the
workers, to the
charges
Manrega
against,
workers?
beyond the Enforcement Directorate charges against the TMC leader Shahjahan Sheikh, are you saying beyond those charges, the charges that have been made by several women as well are a part of a larger plot?
It's not what I'm saying. Is the city itself is saying. State of West Bengal, rather the country of India, knows what the modus operandi of BJP is, to malign the state. There is a niti in Chanakya niti. It's supposed to be in Hindi. मैं अगर तुम्हें हरा नहीं सकूं तो मैं तुम्हें बदनाम जरूर करूं. They want to just malign the image of the only woman chief minister in the country who is working 24 hours. Only for the betterment
But if
of the
Mr.
state,
Shahjahan
for the
Sheikh is
people.
not, but why is Shahjahan Sheikh absconding then?
You should ask the ED, what did they do? Have they really arrested, or there's some kind of a sabotage, something which has happened? And if Shahjahan Sheikh is missing, then you should also ask Suvendu Adhikari, because he knows it. I cannot claim as Sheikh Shahjahan is. It is the work of the
I'm not
DT,
asking
CBI,
you to.
CD,
I'm not
CID.
asking you to share details of where Mr. Shahjahan Sheikh is. My question
don't know.
is,
I don't
if
know.
your leader,
Suvendu
if you're
Adhikari knows
saying
it
that this
apparently.
is a larger plot, everything, the Enforcement Directorate charges are a plot against the TMC and to malign the image of the TMC. The allegations by scores of women are also a part of that plot. If you're making that statement, then I'm asking you, if your own leader is innocent, why is he absconding?
Now listen, the whole idea of Enforcement Directorate is to make allegations. The only act they can do is to make allegations.
Arvind Kejriwal is also facing the Enforcement Directorate,
whose
Mr. Manav
BS?
Jaiswal, but he's not absconding.
Devika.
He's gone to the courts.
Devika, I would not go to the entire country. I'll just take you to one person, which name is Suvendu Adhikari, who was caught by the CBI. There's a video which saying he's taking cash for benefits, but he is a part of the leader of the opposition, and he has got a very huge role as a cabinet from the BJP. BJP helps ED to visit all the opposition leaders, but unfortunately they get blinded by their own people who are the Bhrashtachari.
Okay.
Today BJP does not only stand for Bharatiya Jumla Party, it stands for Bhrashtachari Jodo Party.
Okay, I'm not getting a straight answer. I'm not getting a straight answer from Manav Jaiswal. I'm not getting a straight answer from Manav Jaiswal, but I'll try to.
Then what do you want, Devika? I don't know where Sheikh Shahjahan is.
I'm not asking
The
you where
whole
he
duty
is.
of the-
I'm
put
not
the
asking
CBI
you.
into
I'm
it.
saying that if your leader, you're saying that the BJP has sent the ED after your leader, right? That's what you're saying. That it's a BJP plot. I'm saying Arvind Kejriwal is also facing the Enforcement Directorate. He's chosen to go to the courts.
No.
He's not absconding. He's not gone underground.
Devika, you have to understand, Baba. This Arvind Kejriwal is there. There are other leaders also there today.
Okay, and Mr. Manav Jaiswal, I will request you to not use words like Baba on air, please.
Sorry. You didn't like it. I was just due of respect.
Yes, I
But
understand,
nevertheless-
but I'd appreciate it.
It was just-
Okay, I'm going to bring in Savio into the conversation. Savio, how does the BJP then respond once again to the charges of the TMC that this is nothing but an attempt to malign a woman chief minister? The fact that all these women have also now joined in after the Enforcement Directorate raid, suddenly scores of women have come out and spoken against this TMC leader and his aides, made very serious allegations of sexual assault, that this is also a part of BJP's modus operandi and an attempt to malign the image of a female chief minister.
Devika, let me first take one step at a time and answer the points raised by the spokesperson from the TMC. Now, first and foremost, the comparison to Manipur and what's happening at Sandeshkhali at this point of time are absolutely ridiculous. And whoever put the petition in the Supreme Court needs to have thought it well over before even going to the Supreme Court. The Manipur conflict is an ethnic conflict that has been driven by the 70,000 crore narcotics trade in Manipur. That's the reality of why people are fighting. It is not it is not a particular religious community. It's predominantly narcotics that's driven a wedge between two ethnic communities. But the situation in Bengal, and if you keep the politics away, which is what needs to be done in all situations and all allegations with regards to crimes of rape and sexual exploitation of women, is the most important thing that needs to be done is to keep politics out of it. Several women have come out alleging sexual exploitation and in cases rape against this particular person who represents the Trinamool Congress. And those are serious charges. Those are serious charges and they need to be dealt with. They need to be looked at in a sympathetic manner and in a manner that is in accordance with the court of law. And that is essential. However, the politics around any crime against women that suddenly takes a political color completely shatters the confidence of the people of India as far as justice in this country is concerned, because the issues become political and the real violations don't get heard. And that's a serious problem. And therefore, as panelists on this discussion, I would hope and pray that we understand the pain that our sisters are going through in West Bengal and find a solution to the crimes that they have faced, and the law should take its course as far as that is concerned.
Okay, Savio, I will come to you in just a moment, and we also seem to, I'm going to request you to switch on a light if possible. We're not being able to see your...
Actually,
we're not being able to see your frame there, but I'm going to bring in SK Datta. SK Datta, now you've heard both the TMC and the BJP. Are we now expected to brace ourselves for political violence in West Bengal once again before an election?
See, Bengal election without political violence doesn't seem to be an election at all. Bengal has had the history of political violence during the time of election, whether it was during the Congress regime in Bengal or whether it was during the 34 years of CPM rule, the left front rule, and now another 10 years of Trinamool Congress rule. Violence and election seems to be synonymous in Bengal, and post-poll violence and pre-poll violence seems to be a kind of a prasad being given by the ruling party to the opponents and to the opposition. In the past, it was the left front which was indulging in this because they were in power, and now it is the Trinamool Congress which indulges in this because they are in power. And this is something which has been taken with serious cognizance by the Calcutta High Court, by the Honorable Calcutta High Court, and also by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Calcutta High Court has minced no words in terms of violence, post-poll and pre-poll violence in Bengal, whether it was during the time of the Lok Sabha election or during the assembly election. Now, whatever has happened in Sandeshkhali is something which is so barbaric that there is no words to condemn this. And I think people across party lines should come together on issues, on atrocities against women, whether it's molestation, whether it's gang rape, rape and murder. There has to be a consensus within political parties, and they should come under a same umbrella and give, stringent punishment to those culprits who indulge in this kind of heinous crime.
But SK, the TMC here believes that this is a part of a political ploy.
No, it is not a part of a political ploy. We understand Bengal very well. I myself, I am from Bengal. I know in and out of Bengal very well, and the social, cultural, and the political fabric of Bengal very well. So if TMC is saying this, it's nothing but hogwash and hoodwinking. The Honorable Supreme Court has, agreed for an urgent hearing on the Sandeshkhali incident. Calcutta High Court has already taken strong cognizance of this. And this is not the first time that this kind of a thing has happened. Even during the post-poll elections after the assembly elections, the post-poll violence after the assembly election, the observation of the Calcutta High Court and the observation of the Supreme Court was very, very harsh on Mamta Didi government, as well as on the police of Bengal in terms of atrocities against women, whether it was molestation, whether it was murder, whether it was gang rape or rape as such. So to say that this is a political, fight or something is trivializing the whole issue. I think it is much better that the Bengal government should take cognizance of this, and if they did, and if they are not buying the argument, then the SP of Sandeshkhali would not have been suspended by the Chief Minister of Bengal. The fact that he has been suspended, that itself proves that yes, down the line, the TMC also understands and agrees that there has been heinous crime committed against the women of Sandeshkhali, and this is something which cannot be washed away by trivializing it.
Okay, SK Datta,
just give me 5 seconds more.
Yes.
5 seconds more. I also have a lot of questioning to be done to the Bharatiya Janata Party also in relation to whatever has happened in Bengal. I, as a Bengali, I do feel very, very annoyed, and I feel aghast, and I feel very sad, because when there was a demanding situation for the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Home Minister to take cognizance of the post-poll violence which was happening in the nook and corner of Bengal, they chose to ignore it. There was a lot of demand. Even that time, the National Commission for Women, the SC/ST Commission, had demanded for President's rule in Bengal. Even that time, the report was ignored. The Honorable Governor had suggested for President's rule. It was ignored, or at least Article 356, 355 should have been implemented that time. Had it been done so, then perhaps today we would not have seen Sandeshkhali. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take that question then to Savio. Savio, then on what basis was the decision taken, as SK Datta also pointed out, to not take cognizance of political violence in West Bengal when there was a time to do so?
Well, I actually agree with Mr. Datta. Being a BJP leader does give me the right for me to share my personal opinion as well. And at that stage, as somebody who was following the Bengal, violence, somebody who went to Bengal myself, and I was not officially a part of the BJP then, we had also raised issues about the failure of the government at the center to take very strict, firm decisions as far as the atrocities that were happening to the people, especially the women in Bengal post-elections, right? Now, what one does not understand, it's not whether you are TMC or whether you're from the communist in Bengal. The problem in what happens in Bengal, especially within the political class, and when do you have this political power with you, is that people who don't belong to their thought process or their political leadership or questions their political leadership, it gets very difficult for them to live in peace and harmony. And what has happened in Sandeshkhali is almost a replica of what happened post the elections where West Bengal Chief Minister had won. So she is a lady and she's doing fairly okay a job as far as Bengal is concerned from an economic point of view. But there are issues which relates to Sandeshkhali, the post-poll violence that happened in Bengal. The lives of the women, it's not about the politics, Devika, and that's what upsets me the most in everything, is that these women look up to leaders, to political leaders, as a hope in their grievances that they have. And therefore, they're looking for justice.
But what hope do they have? Because, Savio, I'm sitting here as a woman and I'm being told that all of these women making allegations is a part of a political ploy. What do I even say to that? What does one say to that?
And I think that's absolutely wrong. In fact, my friend from the TMC, Let's keep politics
When I
aside
ask
for
a
moment.
question about women coming out, I'm saying, okay, keep the enforcement directorate matter aside. You
Right.
think all opposition parties think that the enforcement directorate today is an agency of the BJP that is working on the orders of the BJP. You may make that,
We're talking
continue
about
to
the
make
crime,
that claim
Devika. We're
that the
talking
enforcement
about the crimes
directorate
that have been committed.
conducted the raids against Shah Jahan Sheikh on the orders of the BJP. You can, as the opposition, continue to claim that and hope that that continues to be your narrative. However, when many
change.
women are coming out and speaking out against a local leader, against his aides, making, like I said, very serious allegations of sexual harassment and assault, what I'm being told is, go ask Subhendu Adhikari where Shah Jahan Sheikh is, go ask this person where he is, go ask that person. When I'm asking what has the state government done? What has Mamata Banerjee done when she got to know of all these women coming out and speaking against Shah Jahan Sheikh? I don't have a clear answer.
Devika, that's precisely where the problem is. It is precisely the problem that happened in Manipur as well. It turned political. For someone who went on the ground in Manipur 3 times and also been to Bengal during the violence time, let me tell you that violence against women must be condemned irrespective of political parties. Because you're dealing with a woman who represents the very essence of what India stands for. If we are talking about women empowerment at state government levels, if we are talking about women empowerment at a central level, then where does that women empowerment talks go when people are raped or gang raped because they are victimized because of their political or ethnic preferences?
Okay.
It's my appeal to the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee. Please open your eyes to the truth of Sandeshkhali. There are women who have been raped. There are women who have been sexually exploited. The person belongs to your political party. It is time for you to take action as leader of those people.
Okay. Manav Jaiswal, I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond.
I would definitely not love to listen to Rodriguez blatantly, exaggerating everything what he wants to. Does he really remember someone named called Brijbhushan Saran?
Of course,
Who's
and
he?
I spoke against him.
No.
I spoke
you
against
speaking
him.
against him doesn't make any difference, Savio. Your party.
Go
has to
get
take
your
a stand.
facts
He's
correct.
MP.
I spoke against him.
You remember Bhaduria?
I spoke against
Do you
him.
remember
I wrote to
anybody?
the party.
Now listen
to say
to
that
me.
this guy
Now
was
listen to
not
me. I
be
was
allowed.
smart enough. Have patience.
I am
Listen to me.
extremely
Listen to
clear
me.
in
Have
my
patience.
views.
Have
So
patience.
don't
Have some
try to
courage.
politicize
Have
it.
some courage.
I
Have
am
some courage to listen to the
extremely
truth.
clear with my views.
What,
You
Devika,
talk about the women in West
I want
Bengal.
to tell you and remind you.
You
At the
talk
start
about
of
the
the
women
debate,
in
I
West
said
Bengal who
there
are
have
being
been
raped.
18 people
Women
arrested.
who are being raped.
Mr.
Women who
Datta
are coming
stated
out
that
with charges.
someone
Why are
called
you quiet on that?
Mr.
Do you have the
Datta
courage?
stated one
Do
of
you
our
have the
leaders
courage to
who was
stand for
supposed
them?
to be in Sandeshkhali
Do you
had been
have the
suspended
courage
for
to
6
stand for
years.
your women in
You
West
know why
Bengal?
this has happened?
Do you have the courage
Just so
to
that
stand?
the people
You don't
out
have
and
the
out.
courage.
We have gone
All you
ahead.
can do is walk about it.
Our administrators,
All you can do is
Okay.
walk
SP,
about it.
Okay.
the women
Have
with the
Savio, I'll come to you in
West
just a
Bengal.
moment. Savio,
Have
I'll come to you in
courage
just a
stand for
moment.
your sister.
Okay, Savio, I'll come to you in just a moment.
Savio, have
Manav
some
Jaiswal,
patience,
who are the 18 people who've been arrested and what for?
Now listen, the allegation which has happened in the first place, the ED people when they were attacked, there were 7 arrests which was made. There's one of the leaders which is Uttam. He has been suspended, arrested. Shivu Haza has been arrested. Every people who has been linked with the TMC political party and someone has been alleged. The party has taken a stand on the first thing first, zero tolerance towards corruption. We have stated, we have gone ahead, our members from the committee had visited every door of every woman, every household, stating that any confidence that you need, our administration is there with you. The local CID officer, Ms. Soma, the DIG, she has gone ahead and met every woman. We have taken people back to court. The IO had gone ahead and he had gone along with the people, the women, to the court. This is how West Bengal government works.
So when I asked this question in the beginning, Manav Jaiswal, where was this explanation? When I asked this question in the beginning, you said that the women coming out on the streets and making allegations are also a part of the BJP plot.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And we are
now you're saying that we've gone ahead and we've knocked on everyone's doors.
Listen, Devika. We have maintained the procedure. We have gone ahead and given confidence to people, to the ladies.
Manav Jaiswal, if you on the one hand
have
say that
any
this is a
issues to
BJP
come
plot
out,
and on the other hand you
please
say
do.
that we've gone and given confidence to women, how will women have confidence? in the government.
Listen,
when you on
listen,
TV
listen,
are
listen.
saying that this is a part of the BJP plot.
Listen, Devika, everything which has been blown out of proportion, what is our government stand? Our government stand has been very clear.
Manu Jaiswal,
We have
I'm
gone
talking
ahead and
about
went to people.
allegations of sexual
Went to
assault.
people. Now listen,
Like I
this
said,
is how government
keep
works.
what
We
the
are not
Enforcement
BJP.
Directorate is doing
We did not
aside.
let Brij Bhushan go
What
ahead
is
and,
being blown out of
acknowledge the
proportion?
election.
How can you say allegations of sexual assault is blowing the matter out of proportion?
Listen, Devika, you are not aware of it. What BJP has been doing, they are plotting, they are planting, and this is how Agnimitra Paul has already stated.
That's what I'm saying, Manu
We want to make an
Jaiswal.
issue
On
out
the
of
one
it.
hand,
So
you
listen,
say that
the
these
most
women have been
important fact,
planted by the
BJP is never
BJP,
sensitive
and
about
on the
any
other hand, you're
sensitive
saying
issue.
that our government is going and giving assurance to women that, oh, please come out, speak to us, we'll give you the
Of
backing
course.
and support that you need.
Of course, this is takes
How will they ever
courage,
believe
Devika.
you? How will they
It
ever
takes
believe
courage.
you when you
It is
say
everywhere. The West Bengal Commission has gone everywhere, every household. The police is there. The women are talking about it. You want to show just 4 or 5 people who are planted by the BJP. That will not change the demography and the state of affairs. We believe in the law of the land, and every woman, every family, every member who has been there. Now, what is important? The BJP, who has actually just fought a panchayat election just recently, where are they? What did they do in so many months? Why did not they acknowledge this and gone ahead and go with the Shubhendu Adhikari to Delhi? Every now and then they go to Delhi to stop the Manrega payments. But they ever thought about it that the people who are suffering, were they ever there in the ground? No, they were not. It's all being planted. Agnimitra Paul, you're one of the MPs from the BJP, they are doing all the same.
okay, I'm going to leave the last word with SK Datta. SK Datta, I have just a minute or so. I leave the last word with you.
See, I myself, if you ask me as an individual, I strongly condemn Brij Bhushan Singh. I have condemned Brij Bhushan Singh and his atrocities in the past, and there is no justification to protect him. Whatever happened in Manipur is also beyond words, and there, it cannot be justified. But whatever is happening in Bengal is also beyond words, and it cannot be justified, and it cannot be trivialized. The TMC government led by Mamata Banerjee has taken some action, but these actions are just lip service. More action has to follow, and I'm sure tomorrow or day after tomorrow, the observation of the Calcutta High Court and the Supreme Court will be very, very harsh on Bengal government. The moment the hearing takes place in Supreme Court tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I think Bengal government will have to answer a lot. And at the same time, government of India also has to do some answering in relation to the steps which the union government should have taken in the past to prevent this kind of atrocity.
Right, absolutely. I've completely run out of time, but I thank all of our guests for joining us on this particular debate to take the conversation on West Bengal.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.